Good Sunday morning from Charlotte, North Carolina. Caitlin and I are here, getting ready to head out to Carowinds once more. We were out there yesterday and had a great time. Not too busy for a Saturday.
We even bought shirts.
We did. We are now those people. Look at us.
We look really cool.
We are the people who wear the band shirt to the concert.
Yep.
So
definitely. But
I had 5 rides on Fury yesterday. Caitlin had 4, and I really cannot tell you how awesome that roller coaster is. But we're gonna go get some breakfast, and then we're gonna head into the park, so we'll see you on the inside. One of the really cool things about approaching Carowinds is that the Intimidator and Fury rise up over everything that is around them and just look really amazing. Look at that. Yesterday we were able to get there a little bit early and took a couple of rides on Fury before the lines started to stack up, even though they didn't really get that long yesterday. And they were really cranking out. Folks, they were running 3 trains and dispatching, what was the number?
we were there at like 1:45 and they had run 38 trains in that hour.
They really have picked things up. The first time we came here, we stood in line for the hurler forever. And granted, that's an older train, or an older ride, but...
well, those ride-ups did not give any fucks at all.
Yeah, so... But all the rides we rode yesterday were really doing a good job of getting folks onto the trains and getting them out of the station. Not going to Carowinds right this second, although here's a nice view of the sign. We're gonna go get some breakfast, maybe. God almighty. Maybe we'll get some breakfast if the Cracker Barrel is not overrun.
I don't see people on the chairs.
Okay. Well, I'm really in want of some hash brown casserole. Right, Bubs?
Yes, he is.
I explained to her last night how much I wanted said hash brown casserole.
It involved inappropriate things for the internet.
Yes. We all know the internet's squeaky clean reputation.
It is.
Mm-hmm. So we're sitting here at the Cracker Barrel waiting for our table, and Caitlin didn't see this, but an old lady just got out of that car right over there with a very Christmassy looking sweater on. It was red, snowflakes, and it said in very pretty writing, "Winter sucks," which really is just conveying my sentiments to the world. So it's actually a little bit chilly here today.
Party of 6. Party of 6.
I would like to know why you didn't tell me or draw my attention to such things.
Because I pulled out the camera and somebody immediately started to shame me for wanting to vlog.
Party of 4. Party of 4.
Are you gonna vlog here? Are you really gonna record here?
In my defense, there were tons of old ladies around, and I didn't want to be judged.
Oh yeah, look at them. Look at all the old ladies around us.
Excuse me, they've been called to their tables.
Oh, they've been called at their tables. Maybe they were the parties of one that we've been hearing. Lots of people eating here by themselves this morning.
It's very sad.
Winter sucks.
Now I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see it inside. Things are getting very tense in the Cracker Barrel. Doesn't look too good for the black team. I'm sorry. Although I did get a rare triple jump. I was pretty excited about that.
I'm not very good with strategy.
Hey, I can make you feel better. How about some hash brown casserole? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay. Oh my God, somehow the black team won the game. You won. Hooray.
He's lying.
Much more competitive the second time around. You put me on the run there for a little while.
Ran it.
Not bad. Yeah. It's very busy in here, so we're gonna let the waitress clear the table, but look at you, Bubs. Kicking my ass. I thought I had her cornered, but as you can see, she's sitting me back out this way here. So, all right, off to the park.
Here's my pass.
Got your pass? Oh, sweet. That means we can park the shit out of this car. And look at that empty lot over there. Oh man. We're gonna have a good day. Bubs is stuffed full of breakfast.
I'm gonna puke if I ride anything right now.
She always says that.
It's true. I will vomit. I'm gonna go this way.
You should go this way.
Hello. Fine, thanks. Thank you.
All right. Throw the old receipt up to the front because people really care about that. They don't. Nobody does.
I do. I need it for my taxes.
Around the side. Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you can see Fury about to crest the top of the lift hill. It's gonna be overcast, and by this time yesterday, this lot was pretty full up, so I expect we're gonna have lots of good riding time today.
Let's pay attention to where we parked.
Yeah, we should probably pay attention so we're not the people who keep pressing the button, listening for the horn.
What is going on here? Okay.
Just dropping off, it looks like. Why don't we park next to the number 9?
Is this good enough?
Sure, we can honk the horn when we come looking for it.
Fine.
No, we don't have. I was just kidding. We'll probably still have to honk the horn when we come looking for it.
We're next to number 9.
Yeah, but we're next to number 9. You're right. All right. Let's head in, Bubs.
Okay.
So, as you're walking up the entryway, the main entryway at Carowinds, you are greeted by Fury 325. This is about midway through the ride, and I'm gonna see if I can't follow it for you. There's a train going uphill, the lift hill over here. We might miss this one. There it goes. Up and around this huge crest over here. You can see it come around the bend and then over the main entryway. And the thing is that I am sure that looking at it on camera is not going to do it justice as to how fast you're really going this whole
Sucker
time.
is zoom in.
Yeah.
Intimidator seems very, very slow after you get off of Fury.
Yeah, it really does. So we'll see if we can get a couple of shots of the ride as it's coming around directly over the entryway here. We're going to station ourselves here just a moment so that you can see exactly what we're talking about. It's a little chilly this morning.
A little cold.
Yeah.
A little colder than it was yesterday.
That's all right, it's going to heat up. Should be about 80. So overcast.
I got this cool shirt.
Oh yeah, look at that cool shirt. I like that. I said that yesterday when you bought it, but you know, for our extensive viewing audience.
Oh, Mom.
All right. So if you know what to look for, as you're flying over this part of the ride, you can look out and wave at the people as you're going by. They won't see you, you'll be going way too fast, but here they go. That guy walking by goes, that's too much. It is pretty intense. Here we go, let's wave at him. Up and around over here, directly back down. Up and back around. Man, I really cannot wait to get back on this thing. But we're going to take a little bit of time to walk around the park too, give you an idea of the layout of the place. And also, today, Caitlin is going to ride her very first flying coaster.
I think the line's too long.
Yes, the problem with a lot of flying coasters is they take a long time to load. And the coaster we're talking about is this one right here. It's called Nighthawk. And you'll notice that the track goes up normally and then it flips over. That's because the train itself is meant to face directly down. And so you don't hang in the sense of a normal inverted coaster, you fly. So the real difference is that your back is up against the track there and you come back around. And I mean, just look at the efficiency that these people have got going with this, with Fury. I mean, as soon as one goes around the bend over here to get back up into the block brakes, there's another train coming straight down. Whew.
Those B&M people know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do. B&M, when we talk about that, is Bollinger and Mabillard. They are the designers of Apollo's Chariot, of Fury 325. They also designed the Intimidator, which we sometimes refer to as Intimidator 232 because at King's Dominion there's Intimidator 305, which was not designed by B&M.
Look for a blog post.
Yeah, we'll be blogging about that here pretty soon. So one of the defining features of Carowinds, it's called the place where the Carolinas come together, or where the Carolinas come together. And that's because, we'll take a walk right over here. That's because if you are on the side of the park that we are on right now, you're in South Carolina. If you walk a few feet past this central line here, you will find that you are in North Carolina.
We're in different states.
That's very good. I have bad news, Bubs. This is never going to work out. I feel like there are states between us. Oh man. Oh god, look how fast it is. Don't tell anyone, but we somehow managed to make it past the photographers without being asked for a photo. Yes. Even though we're holding hands. That never happens. And quite frankly, we always oblige them. We don't walk by them because
we feel bad.
Yeah, those guys are working hard, man. So, although sometimes there's some. Oh, Caitlin's towing the line here. You guys make a choice: South Carolina or North Carolina. Caitlin has chosen South Carolina. Diddly 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 diddly. So, coming into the park, coming and going left, we've got several rides right away. Just over here is Nighthawk that we were talking about a little while ago, and to the left.
It is, but I can't stand the song.
Yeah, I-232. And look at that empty queue line. Oh man, that is hot stuff right there. Oh man, getting all hot and bothered over here with that empty queue line. Oh
baby,
yeah.
Oh baby, oh baby.
Uh-huh. And look, here's Nighthawk going for the first time since I was getting worried. I didn't see it running. All right, Bubs, you ready?
Are we going on now?
Nah, we're not gonna go right now.
Oh.
But, so you'll see how it goes up the lift hill pretty slowly.
I wouldn't have brought it.
Oh boy, that is a slow lift. It's trying. And so all the folks are lying down right now. And then of course, yeah.
Missed
Did
it.
you? Well, if you wait about 45 minutes, there'll be another one. One of the problems with these, like I said earlier, is that they are notoriously slow to load. And this ride is no exception. The queue really is not very long, but even if you get anywhere close to the entrance sign over here, the sign itself even says 2-hour wait. But we'll forego that right now with a bunch of Cracker Barrels sitting inside us.
Sorry to burp like everybody.
We took some hash brown casserole as was necessary on a morning, such as this. Put some meat on our bones.
Because we both need it desperately.
So for those of you who follow us on Instagram, you will take note of this coaster here, which is Snoopy's Flying Ace. And yesterday we posed the question on Instagram and on Facebook and on our Snapchat account as well, whether or not riding a kiddie coaster without a kid is creepy. And you know, for this ride, the response that we got back was that for this ride it would not be creepy, but I have to say,
I think it would be pretty creepy.
So I'm also saying that honestly from a standpoint from a guy whose chest barely fits into regular restraints. So if you've got a 50-inch chest, some rides can be tough. Luckily someone's usually with me to push down the restraint in case the ride-offs won't do it. What's that
We're
we were
not
saying?
fat, we're big boned.
Me especially. But here's, you can take a look at the ride. And there you go. So we're gonna head back towards the back section of the park. And I'm gonna cut it off here for a short time because we're just gonna be walking through, you know, food vendors and whatnot. Chick-fil-A, which will be closed today, of course. But we'll be back in a couple of minutes. This is another B&M ride. Opened in 1999, right? And it's an invert, as you can see. So one of the cool things about this ride is that even if you're not riding, you can get some experience on it because all of it is right out in the middle of this walkway. And just like Fury, it incorporates the walkway itself into the ride, goes up under it a couple of times. Woo! So it's going through what kind of loop over there? You remember?
Immelman?
I don't remember. I can't remember the name of it.
Starts with an I.
It's a pretty fun ride. Intense. Doesn't offer the upside down hanging time that some of the other inverts do. And as you can see, it retains some of its Top Gun theming from when it first opened. And this was a Paramount park. So we're starting to come into a section of the park known as the Carolina Harbor, themed to the coast and home to a ride that neither of us have ridden and hopefully we'll be able to ride later on today. The Carolina Cobra. Just a boomerang style coaster, pulls you up, go through the loop, through the Cobra roll. It's on the opposite side of this tree here.
You basically have to have like perfect balance.
There it is. And then up the hill and back down through the loop, Cobra roll, and into the station. So
Looks like it's actually open today. It wasn't open most of the day yesterday, so.
yeah. I've ridden this style of ride many times back when I worked down in Valdosta, Georgia at Wild Adventures theme park. They have, and it's still there, they have a ride just like this one. But it's been many years for me. And never for you, right? Never.
Never, ever.
We're gonna have a good time. Nice little marquee out here. It's a pretty good vantage point to see what happens on the ride. And here we go. Now backwards. Whoa! If my memory serves me correctly, it's not the world's most comfortable ride, but so I misspoke a little while earlier. We're not in the Carolina Boardwalk, and it's not the Carolina Harbor, it's Carolina Boardwalk. We are heading into that section. Just past this change in the asphalt, pavement. Yay! So, if you spend any time with me in theme parks, you're going to find out very quickly that one of my favorite types of rides in the whole wide world is mine trains. And we did not get to ride this yesterday, and we're going to ride it today because they're the funnest.
I think I can handle mine train.
You want to handle a mine train?
I think I can handle
Oh
mine.
man, we're going to ride the mine train. I love the mine train. You must be taller than this to ride. Oh yeah. Carolina Gold Rusher. There she goes.
I can't see it, David.
So few cars in the parking lot. It really does look like we're going to be able to just walk onto a lot of stuff here today. Probably not Fury, but that's all right. That line moves so quick. Even when the queue is full, it's barely an hour. Unless, of course, they use the secret queuing section, which we snapped about last night. So follow us on Snapchat. We'll keep up to date with everything that we're doing as we're doing it in the parks. Trains, yes! Into the station. All right. So we just came off the Carolina Gold Rush, and it was super fun. I have always loved those kinds of rides, and partly I guess because a lot of the track is hidden from plain view, partly because you always go down into the mine shaft. Not particularly fast, good family rides, rough and tumble though.
Good warm up, a good warm up.
Yeah, so you know, wear your rib protection, you quarterbacks. A nice little shop over here. That's how she always looks when she looks at me. So, got some Fury stuff. We picked our new shirts up in the Fury shop called The Hive, which is right next to the ride. You got to go through it when you exit. Yeah. And you can see the very beginning of the Carolina Gold Rusher. So I think I'm gonna tell Caitlin that we should go ride Nighthawk next. Let's see what she says. How you feeling?
Okay.
Yeah? You wanna go get in line for Nighthawk? Not yet.
I gotta build.
All right. All right, we'll do it a little bit later. So even though we are these people, right? Even though we are those people, and you can't see your shirt right now, but yeah, even though we are those people, you'll at least take satisfaction knowing that we're not these people. Oh man. So, although, hey, whatever floats your boat. Is your name on here? Caitlin often has trouble.
I don't believe it. No,
Nope.
that's wrong.
Nope, not spelled correctly.
Right there it is. There it is.
Hey!
I win.
It's Caitlin Court. All right, so let's see what else we can. I bet that was a really flattering image. Let's see what else we can get into out here. They don't have what? Robert Doctor. That's me, Robert Doctor. So we are here at the Carolina Cyclone. We both rode this yesterday. It's pretty fun, a little bumpy, but constructed in 1980. It's got 4 inversions in a pretty short ride. So you can see it coming down right off the lift into loops 1 and 2. And here's the real fun. Yeah! If you have the wherewithal to take a look while you're out on the ride, you can look down and wave at people. But you've got the neck restraint down, so it's more like...
I was more worried about my neck snapping than anything else, but I live to tell the tale.
Over here on our right is Ricochet, Wild Mouse Ride. Whips around those corners pretty good. So, as we walk through this section of the park under Carolina Cyclone, we're getting to the big one. That was an awkward pause, but you know. So, we've got the drop tower over here, which maybe I'll ride later on today. It's not terribly tall. What's that?
You're gonna ride the drop tower?
Maybe. Although I haven't seen it operating yet. And then just over here we have Hurler, which is just the greatest name for a ride.
It probably will make you grow.
We rode this when we came here last year, and
I don't think either one of us has any interest in getting on it again.
yeah, they have it has a clone at King's Dominion, and the one at King's Dominion this year is closed for the whole year for refurbishment, and believe me, it needs it. But this one is open, so maybe if we're feeling brave later, we'll get onto it. And right over here, you guessed it.
What? The Jukebox Diner?
The Jukebox Diner. Home to thrills, chills, and unspeakable spills.
Ew.
There we go. Coming up onto Fury 325. One of the two reasons we first came to this park last year, this being the principal one, of course, and then also last year was the last year for a racing coaster they had here called Thunder Road, which has a very similar ride up at King's Dominion as well, called Rebel Yell. They figured it was time to expand their water park, and I have to agree. Here is the big boy, and this really awesome marquee. If you follow us on Snapchat, you saw last night when I posted it was all lit up, the wings flapping and all that. One of the things about this ride is that they don't let you take anything on it, and we mean
Anything.
yeah. So they conveniently have these lockers available for a nominal fee. It's really not that much. It's $2 for an hour and then like $1 for any extra hour. You put in your own code. They're pretty convenient. But what's the queue look like, Bubs?
Really short.
Really?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man, exciting.
Hey guys, so I'm all by my lonesome right now because Robert is on Fury. He's actually on that train right now. He's wearing a bright yellow shirt. Looks like he's in the second row. The line today is incredibly short. So this is his fourth ride, my third. I decided to sit out because my brain's getting a little rattled around, but he's a stronger person than I am. But anyway, there he goes. So you can see there the line's crazy short. They're not even wrapping around the queues right now. So hopefully it stays like that throughout the rest of the day, but I kind of doubt it. Yo! I found him.
So, as you saw a moment ago, I just got off of Fury 325 for the 9th time this trip. Caitlin's at 7 now for this trip, and I'll tell you what, it's so smooth, and there's so much airtime, and it's so fast. Yes. Last night when I rode it up front, I could literally feel my eyelids flapping in the breeze. Such a very well built and easy ride to ride, and really pretty terrifying, yes, considering that you can see downtown Charlotte from the top of the lift hill, and I feel like I could ride it all day long. But we have to take out a locker to put all our stuff in, like we said earlier, so we're gonna take a walk around the park. We'll probably come back to it.
Our hour was up.
Yeah.
Actors.
So, but hey, 4 times in an hour, that is not bad.
Not bad at all.
For a premier ride like that.
Where are we going next?
Yesterday I took a ride on Screamweaver, this Enterprise ride right here. But I think it's time we went over to Nighthawk.
Oh.
So,
Alright, we're gonna head over to Nighthawk. Pray for me, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
you could say a long prayer probably, the queue's gonna be a while. Go ahead and throw the Lord's Prayer at the end of that. You'll have plenty of time.
A couple of Hail Marys, a novena, you know. Alright.
Sing Ave Maria, all the verses.
It is Sunday, go to church. It's cool. Alright, well my arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna cut this off for now. Bye.
Alright, so quick update from the line. We have been in line for about an hour and 10 minutes, and we are finally in the station house. So we'll have 2 more trains to go before we get off. Caitlin's really excited.
I don't know, guys.
Right?
I don't know.
Alright, so we'll give you the review as soon as we get off. If we get off. If we make it off.
That's not funny. Stop.
Alright, so we just got off of Nighthawk. It was Caitlin's first flying coaster. What do you think, Bubs?
I did not like that. I felt like I was gonna fall out. What if my thing had come undone? I would be splat on the concrete.
They had a manual clip over the chest, and then there was a lap bar that came down at the bottom. I thought it was an okay ride. I don't think that I'd clamor to do it again. I especially wouldn't wait as long as we did to ride it again. A little bumpy too, wouldn't you think?
I don't even know. I couldn't see. I didn't know where I was.
I have to say
The
that
sun is very bright in your face.
I have to say that
This is what this was my monologue during the ride. You ready? No, 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 no. This is horrible.
So I have to say that it's not really very often that I hear Caitlin actually scream on a ride, and she certainly did on this one. So I think that gets a thumbs up from Caitlin.
How terrified I actually was.
So we'll see what happens when we go down to Atlanta and we ride Superman, which is another
I am
flying
not
ride.
getting, no. That's done. That's my first and only flying coaster.
She says that now. But I'm a little bit hungry. You hungry?
I'm hungry a little bit.
Yeah. Let's go see if we can find something to eat. We were gonna go get something to eat real quick, but since we were pretty close to it, we decided that we'd come over and get the credit for
Carolina Cobra.
Carolina Cobra. Unless it was edited out, and it might have been. We talked about this one a little bit earlier. A little boomerang style ride. So, should be fun, easy. Carolina Cobra. So we just got off of the Carolina Cobra. What you think, Bubs?
I feel better about that one than I did about Nighthawk.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That was fun. It's pretty intense being such a brief ride.
I would agree.
What do you think about going backwards?
I did not. I don't like going backwards so much.
Yeah.
That loop felt very slow.
Yeah, coming back, it definitely is a little bit slower here on the loop.
We were towards the front of the train too. Well, the front as you're going forwards.
Right.
So I think that had contributed to it.
Yeah, a little added intensity on the reverse coming back just because we were towards the front as it moves forward of the train. But still, you know, the ride holds up after a long time. So just over here you can see across from it, earlier when I mistook and said Carolina Harbor, that's what I was talking about, is their extended addition to the water park, which will open sometime this year. If you can't see them, there are men walking around in construction hats and getting ready for the upcoming warm season. Although it's not exactly cool out here today.
It's really warm today. I know I was whining earlier about it being cold, but the sun's out now. And it's definitely
So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head over to Taste the Carolinas and see if we can't try some new stuff. Maybe get a beer. I think we'd like that. We've earned it. So, just through the gaming area, past the Chick-fil-A, down to Intimidator. So we're here with our first dish from the Taste of the Carolinas. We have a popover that has Nisa's sausage, fig, and goat cheese in it. Pretty good.
Yep.
And then Caitlin got, what'd you get for a beer?
I got a Irish honey ale.
Yeah, and I got a Pilsner. I think both of us have kind of been on a Pilsner kick as of late, so that's what I got. It's pretty good. It's very bright. Yeah, this one is also
I think this
good.
is the one that was marketed last year as the Caro Brew.
Oh, really?
It's from the same brewery.
Okay.
But just not called Caro Brew this year.
Cool.
I'm not 100% sure.
This is pretty good. One of the things that is a little different about this is that none of the vendors here accept cash. You have to pay in these tokens that you can see a little bit better here. But there's several stands around. We've got several tokens left, so I think we're gonna try a couple more things. Hey, Bubs. So when I went up to talk to the lady, I said, we'll have the pimento cheese ball, and she said, would you like a lot or a little? And I said, we like a lot.
Excited.
And so she goes, okay.
That's so good.
This is gonna be really good. I like pimento cheese too.
I love cheese.
Yeah.
And pimento cheese is great.
Oh
And
man.
Spicy, so, like,
So I'm gonna set these right here real quick.
okay.
Get a taste of this.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It's got a kick to it. That's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yum. Well, me
and-
we're gonna go eat this.
Two tokens too. Yeah. You don't want to watch the rest of this. We'll be back. So, our intention was to get the 21 tokens for
24 bucks.
so that we could try a couple of different things to eat and all that, but there was so much pimento cheese there.
So good.
it was really
It
good.
made me really happy.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do now is instead we're going to go ahead and
Get another beer.
get another beer. That's a good idea.
Why not? Yum.
And for brew. Good stuff. So one of the things about Carowinds is that Carolina blue laws still apply depending on where you are in the park. So Caitlin and I are sitting here enjoying our beers because we can't leave this section of the park and get in line for anything until we've finished. So this time around, because of our giant pimento cheese ball, we decided we'd go ahead and just get something else to drink. And I got a Red Sky from Benford Brewing?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's an IPA. And she got a Red Rye
Red Rye, not to be confused with Red Sky,
Uh-huh.
from another local brewery.
Legal Remedy, I think is what it's called.
I wasn't paying that much attention.
Yeah, I just went back over there and looked while you were looking at your phone. So, we've been sitting here enjoying the view, especially Nighthawk.
For the record, we are in South Carolina right now because I just looked it up on the phone trying to figure out which state we were in.
Yeah, and so even though the entrance to Intimidator is just beyond Harmony Hall here, I mean, it's literally on the other side of that porch. We can't go over there. So, for now, we're just enjoying watching Intimidator go up the hill and come down the other side. And we'll probably get on here in just a couple of minutes. There was a little bit of a queue the last time that I looked, so give us a minute or two to let our beer settle. Our buddy what was his name? Something Cheatham? Dewey Cheatham?
Dewey Cheatham.
Dewey Cheatham. Setting up over here. We were talking just a minute ago about how the last time that we were here, we did not see any magic going on. There has been here the mayor of Harmony Hall
And his
gaggle of
his women.
Gaggle of ladies walking around with them. You know, just character interaction stuff that people eat up. They love it. So
Yeah. It's the first time we've seen anything like that here. Last time we were at King's Dominion, we saw Charlie Brown. He was at the front gate, but
yeah, characters and costumes.
Yeah.
But these guys are real deal out mixing it up with the public.
Yep. And his magic was good. The crowd was eating it up. Of course, it was mostly little kids, but
yeah, I was loving it. I was clapping away.
Little kids and Robert were really loving it.
He was pointing at me and saying "Thank you, sir" a number of times.
He was. He did. Good old Dewey Cheatham.
What can I say? I know how he feels.
That's true.
So here I'm gonna, since Caitlin's ahead of me, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out, and we're gonna go jump in line, and I'm gonna miss this shade.
Ride Intimidator.
Ride Intimidator. Old Cuddlebug now.
Who?
Intimidator. Now that we've been on Fury.
Nighthawk, are you kidding me?
She really loved Nighthawk.
I really hated it. I told Robert, I said, I love you, but I am never riding that again because it was truly terrifying for me.
Isn't she pretty? Look how pretty she is. All right, we're gonna go get on Intimidator. Oh yeah. What? So right over here is the entrance to Intimidator. And I'm interested to see how I perceive this ride even today, since we rode it yesterday and had a different perception of it. I don't know what to say about it. I'll wait until we ride it to say anything else. But I do want you to see the entrance here.
It's not entirely unlike the entrance at King's Dominion. I mean, they have the name of the thing.
Yeah.
The one at King's Dominion is kind of offset. Excuse me. But this is right here. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Caitlin's right. This is right off the main thoroughfare coming into the park. You can see it plainly and clearly from the entrance, but the only thing you can see on I-305 from the entrance is the hill. So, here we go. Another round on Intimidator 232. So we finished up our final ride on Intimidator for this trip, and I think, you know, while an enjoyable ride, it just doesn't compare.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's fun. It's like an amped up version of Apollo's Chariot.
Yeah, it really is. I was telling Caitlin, you know, and I think she agrees, that on those camelback hills that you get towards the end of the ride, that angle that you take ascending the hills makes you think, oh man, here comes a lot of airtime, you know. That butt's coming off of that seat. And it does.
A little bit, but not, I mean,
so,
I don't know.
We're spoiled by the speed. So we are gonna wrap up our trip here, at least at Carowinds this weekend, with at least one more ride on Fury 325.
Gotta get it in?
Yep.
He's gotta get 10. I gotta get 8.
I'm sitting at 9 rides for the weekend right now. Caitlin is at 7. But at the same time, we still have to rent a locker over here, so who knows how many times. The line is short enough, maybe we'll do it more than once. Well, that is going to do it for our trip to Carowinds this time. We had a really great trip, but I'm tired.
Me too.
Yeah. And as Fury reigns above us.
Uh-oh. Empty.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Look at that. Huh. I don't know what happened. I think that we're gonna go ahead and sign off, but just real quick before we sign off, what was your favorite part about the trip, Bubs?
the short lines for Fury, I think.
Yeah, I've got to go with Fury as the ride overall.
Definitely.
But also, I mean, we had really great weather this time around.
We did, definitely.
And so we got really lucky. This was a good time for us to come. So we hope that you had fun coming along with us, and we'll see you after the editing floor, or editing room, which is her bedroom.
Yeah, my
We'll see what we can cut
off for good. Bye.
Bye.